Hello, and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. Today we're starting Mission 3. As you can see, I've already made my character here. We're going to be going with a Dark Elf. That was sort of the concept I was going with on this one. So
Choose your
let's
destination.
pick our destination. The Crimson Caldera. As an agent of the Shad'rai, venture to a demonic realm of never-ending war to search for an ancient Archon artifact of power. Become the victor in an arena of mad violence, and end the curse that brought doom upon so many aspiring kings and gaudier. So, Domain of Mayhem, we looked at this last time. All combat is affected by Domain of Mayhem. Every 3 turns, all units have a 30% chance of being inflicted with Berserk. Now, that is base. I'm wondering if this is going to be status resistance or maybe spirit resistance would make sense for something like this. I wonder if that's going to be the case. Caldera. So we have lava in the center of the map and mountains around the edge, kind of getting a rim, like a ring of mountains. That could be kind of cool. And Eternal Battleground. We are forced to be at war with everybody. Peace is not possible unless you've already conquered somebody, in which case, if you release them as a vassal or whatever, then you can have peace in that particular situation.
Your journey starts here.
Alright, so going into this, we have Elavinia the Enforcer. You might recognize this name if you've been following the channel for a while. I did a playthrough of Age of Wonders 3 with her as an evil high elf warlord, which is when I just randomed to high elf warlord and found out that this was a really fun combination to play. So I tried to recreate something similar to that, going with more of a dark elf theme here, but we are playing high culture, so we'll see how much of a conflict that ends up having with it. Because high culture has an alignment agenda, yes. Which does actually have an evil thing. Okay, I wasn't sure, because we start with a bonus towards good, although Ruthless Leaders gave me a point towards evil, and I was like, this is not optimal at all, I'm just doing this for flavor, but actually, looking at this, I see that there is a pure evil bonus. So we're going to be aiming for pure evil, and alignment is actually going to matter this time. This is so we can start in an awakened state, which is... all my units would just have +4 spirit damage plus dormant traits. Okay, that looks pretty fun. And I guess... okay, neutral isn't actually neutral. Neutral is nothing, and then as we get away from neutral, we get this bonus? And does that affect... like, it says above. I'm assuming that's also below, but I could be wrong. We'll find out. Alright. So yeah, as a high culture, our bonus is going to be city stability and knowledge income. Well, we're used to that, I guess. What else do we need to look in here? We are elf, of course. I just went with the default elfkin traits, so we are 20% more accuracy with our range attacks, both physical and magic. And on top of that, 15% extra damage on magical attacks. So we'll be having a bunch of casters again. We'll see how that plays out. For traits here, we have Imperialist, the Throne City, and any cities that share a border with it, but not through an underground passage. We found that out last time. Gain extra stability and gold, which is pretty nice. And +1 pop, also not bad. And every time we kill an enemy unit, we get gold and draft. And we start with 2 extra things. I go Lance and Horse, and I deliberately picked the white horse because I thought it had, kind of a, an interesting aesthetic to it with the dark armor. I liked the contrast. So that's what I went with there. There was a black horse, I think, or at least a brown one. I don't know, is there a black horse? There was a dark colored horse. I didn't pay too much attention to it. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be going with here. The Crimson Caldera.
Ages ago, when the astral sea was still young, the Archons created a magical artifact. Forged in the fires of an elder dragon, the Gilder Coil served as an arcane compass, guiding the Archons through the currents between realms. According to legend, it still contains the echoes of their arcane journeys, and can lead those who hold it to forgotten places of sealed knowledge and magic.
Okay, two things. First, I like that your character is in the cutscene here. That was well done. Second, just I guess I should talk a little bit about the concept, or I guess lore I'm going with behind this character. Basically, the High Elves were kind of a merger of the Wood Elves and the Dark Elves from previous games. In Age of Wonders 3, there was a mending ceremony that sort of brought the two peoples together. But most of the elves that you see in the game still have that, light-skinned Wood Elf appearance to them. But we do know that there are some Dark Elves that are still, that still exist in the world. Like, they didn't go away, and they even maintained the Dark Elf appearance. It's just that you don't see that many of them. So this character is one of those. In theory, went through the mending, but still maintained a little bit of that Dark Elf culture. And the High Elves, in general, were, according to several lore passages, I think in particular the Pikeman unit from their base pike unit from Age of Wonders 3, mentioned that these weren't your friendly wood elves anymore. They were a lot more hardened and almost like traumatized by the world in a way, and they were much more willing to stand up for themselves and defend themselves through any means necessary, sort of thing. And so that's where the enforcer comes in.
With its mysterious promise of power, the Gildercoil fanned the greed of many rulers, until a daring Gaudier betrayed the Archons and stole the Gildercoil from their celestial reliquary. Ever since then, all traces of the compass have been lost, as have those of the cunning thief who disappeared into the mists of time.
Was the thief a halfling? I see the lack of footwear here.
Or so it seemed
Hint
for
there.
many a lifetime. Lithil Nightweaver was the first of the Shad'rai to find clues of the Gildercoil's whereabouts. Myths leading to runic omens, leading to riddles. The Shad'rai were persistent in their search, for too well did the Archon artifact fit into their unfolding plans. And they were rewarded. In the infernal world of Obidoth, there exists a realm known as the Crimson Caldera, where war is eternal. Here the Gildercoil lay hidden, yet the Shad'rai sought no open conflict with Obidoth's demonic princes. As they weighed their options, an ambitious Gaudier from their ranks volunteered to venture there alone, well aware of the prestige and power that could be gained within their order.
All right. So first thing I'm thinking here is that I'm going to really miss those awesome scouts that we had being the Shadow Dwellers on the previous part. But alas, we do not get super scouts anymore. We start with Summon Zealot. Yeah, so we went with Tome of Zeal. I guess I didn't mention that. So summon a Zealot onto target world hex. Zealot is a reckless fighter unit, so no weaknesses or strengths in general, it's just a general unit. Advantageous against condemned units. And Awaken Inner Radiance. Friendly units in a 1 hex radiance become awakened for 3 turns. If already awakened, they gain strengthened instead. So I guess still worth casting once we've hit Pure Evil in theory, assuming we don't have any better spells by that point. Emissary of the Shad'rai. From the shrouded mists of your mind emerges a woman all clad in ethereal silk. I see you have arrived at the Crimson Caldera, Alavinia the Enforcer, she says, and you recognize her as Lithil Nightweaver. All Shad'rai have put much faith in your talents. Remain alert. Mistakes are deadly in this demonic realm in which everyone is a prisoner of war. Betrayal looms over each moment to come, be it through the enemy, the land viciously changing shape. Oh, I didn't know about that. Or even your own soldiers. I will talk to you through visions like these. Follow my advice, and you will claim victory. Speak to me of the Gildercoil and its bearings. Yeah, and your own soldiers. As long as we advance towards the enemy, we should avoid attacking ourselves. The Gildercoil is not simply secreted somewhere in the Crimson Caldera. Lithil begins to explain. It is safeguarded closely by its current owner. The challenge is to find out by whom. All of the present Gaudir are inherently suspect and must therefore be sought out. Just remember, they are all insane and will only tell the truth when forced to. Once you have found the first of them, we shall talk again. Lithil makes an elaborate gesture, after which a map showing the major strongholds of the Crimson Caldera appears. This is where you must seek out all suspect Gaudir. Well. Get knowledge and something. Take the map and begin your hunt. Reveals locations while players on the map. Oh, we can spend 50 mana. I think that was our capital, right? Slimnia? Yes. Yeah, let's do that. The map is so primitive. Channel your arcane focus to improve it. Okay. And that looks like 5 capitals to me. Can we tell? Can't tell, really. Maybe if I was more familiar with the game, I could tell. Is this an arcane culture, maybe? Industrial? Industrious? I don't even know what those cultures do, because I haven't played them. This looks like high. This is dark, I'm guessing. And... barbaric? That's my guess. And then there's... Okay, there's a neutral city here, but we're going to be at war with them too. Alright. Yeah, and we've got mountain. Ooh, we get to explore a lot of mountain with that map. That was a good use of mana, I'm sure. Temple of the Tome. Okay, interesting. Oh, actually... okay, there's a mountain here, but we can go around either side of it. Brigands here. Something else here. That might be worth trying to conquer. I wonder how hard that would be. Well, we have iron. Arcane Research. Warding Blessing. Target-friendly unit gains 2 bolstered resistance, 20 temporary HP. 15 spirit damage and a unit becomes condemned, which also potentially gives us double damage on Zeal with our Zealots. Or 10 morale and strengthened if they have Zeal. Don't really have any particular strong feelings here, so I think we'll go with Condemnation. Sounds fun. Okay, Solemnia. Right, before we build, we're going to want to get something here, probably for the production. Artisan Workshop. This is unique to High, I'm guessing, as is Vendor. And Atrium of Light. Well, this looks kind of the same. 10 gold. Province. I was wondering if they're going to have different income. But it looks the same. 3 population, 5 to boost. It gives us access to Daylight Spear. I don't even know what my units are, but it looks like we have a tier 2 polearm. And a tier 2 support, who can awaken a unit. That's a free action. Okay, cool. Mending Awakening. That's pretty cool as well. Heal and Awaken. Yes, that looks pretty good. Daylight Spear. I mean, it's a generic spear unit. Okay. Cool. So what does the Artisan Workshop do? 5 draft, 10 production, 5 stability. Okay, and this is instead of the other workshop we had, so I guess it's stability instead of draft is what we're trading here. So instead of 10 and 10, it's trade 5 draft for the stability. The vendor... this is probably the generic one. I think as Dark we had a special version of this that gave us research along with the gold. Alright, well, we're going workshop first, which means we want quarry, which means getting a quarry here, I guess. We could go with mine. Now, what's this? Gold? I think we could get a mine, but I don't think I'm too worried about it. We're going to go with a quarry. Which boosts the workshop. Getting more production is always good. As for here, what do our units look like? We have a Light Seeker. You are just a mounted scout unit, I guess. I mean, it could right-click on you. Greater Farsight, +2 vision range. Oh, okay. Is that the high bonus? I wonder if every faction gets a bonus or if that's just what you get. Regardless, we're probably doing one of those first. Now let's look at our other units, though. Dusk Hunter. So you're kind of a generic archer unit, but when you're awakened, you gain Seeking Missiles, +1 range, +20% accuracy. Okay. So yeah, the awakened mechanic is going to be playing into this. You do not have an awakening. Dawn Defender. You are a shield unit, pretty sturdy. The shield wall, Shield of Light. Awakened Shield of Light, +1 defense, and I'm assuming that's +2 resistance. Although you have 0 resistance, so just 2 resistance would be effectively the same thing. At least for now. Okay. Cool. And I guess we'll grab that. 1 turn of research. Small monster den. Could clear that. Looks like there's another city here as well. Oh, there are going to be a lot of neutral cities here, but we'll be at war with all of them. That's interesting. Okay, I think... Okay, we started with a Sun Priest. Might as well look at this in more detail. Defense mode warding dormant. Radiant Light. Base magic attacks, 60% chance of inflicting distracted. Oh, wow. That's pretty nice. And I guess it's thematically appropriate for a light kind of effect. And I'm liking the aesthetic here. I think that worked out pretty nicely. Alright, so I think we're going to run down this way. Clear this, which means this scout's probably being used as a combat unit. So a hero who has extra movement will grab the food. This was not guarded, right? It's not. Okay. I still had enough movement to get here. Hello? Here it is. Okay. Okay, excellent. And unfortunately, this is going to be a very short episode. But I was just, kind of excited to get my heroes started, to kind of take a look at what the faction is. So really, this is just what is a high culture faction and what is my leader going to be. But I kind of have to go do something right now. I did not manage to record in time, unfortunately. So this is all we have for today. But that's, I guess, a little taste of what is to come for the next episode. I will see you then.